Hey there, it's Brandon Gustafson. Welcome back to another live coaching session with Brandon at brandongustafson.com. Excited to have you here on the channel with me today. In our topic, we're going to be talking about getting clarity, deciding what your personal values and beliefs are. I'm excited to talk with you about that. Before we get started, I wanted to remind you, if you're new here, to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you get notified every time we go live on one of these coaching sessions. And you can be made aware and kind of interact with me as we go through this. And also get over to the website, brandongustafson.com/5P, as in Paul, so you can get access to our guide, The 5 Ps to Effective Personal Development. It's going to help you out on your personal development journey, because here at brandongustafson.com, we're here to help you transform your life your way. Let's get into the topic. We're going to be talking again about getting clarity, how to define and decide what your personal values and beliefs are. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is, what are personal values and personal beliefs? Just give you a little bit of definition here for what you're looking at when you talk about that. Personal values and personal beliefs are the things that you intrinsically believe and you hold on to, and they're extremely important to you. And the more that we can define these things, the more capable we are of just understanding ourselves. And the best way I've found to do this is actually to sit down and think about it, and to try to understand exactly what it is that's important to me, and what my goals are. And I've done this actually from a very early age, where I take the time to try to figure out what those things are and what's important, and what I want to be a priority in my life. The more that we're able to do this, the more we're able to prioritize and get clear and get clarity on what that is, the more successful we're going to be. So I really encourage you to take some time to do that. And this could be things like, it could be a family, it could be your spirituality, it could be your job, it could be building a business, it could be your kids, it could be any number of things. But the goal that you want to be shooting for is getting clarity on what it is, and helping you define what it is that is important to you. What those personal values and beliefs are that are a part of your main your personal values and beliefs, your system there. Sorry, one second. And then from there, I want to talk to you about why you should get clear on these things, why you need to have clarity when it comes to, I'm sorry, I had surgery on my mouth yesterday, and I'm just worried that it's going to come through on the camera. So if you're watching and you're like, what is that? That's what it is. I'm sorry. So why should you get clear as you're going through things? So the reason why you want to get clear is so that you can teach, so that you know exactly what you're supposed to be working on and what is important to you. The more clear, the more what's the word I'm looking for? The more just kind of more clarity that you have for yourself, the better off you're going to be, because then you're not feeling fake with yourself, and you're not trying to get yourself to do things that aren't quite as important. The more that you do this, the more direct you can be in the things you're trying to accomplish. That's why you want to be clear. That's why you want to gain that clarity, why you want to define what your personal values and beliefs are, because otherwise you just have all of these things going on all the time, and it's not allowing you to progress, and it's not allowing you to do the things that you would like to do as you're trying to make progress in your personal development journey. This is why you need to get clear on what those things are, because if you don't, you're just not going to progress. And so you need to have that clarity so that you can move forward and get things done the way that you would like to and that you need to, so you can reach your goals. The next thing is how to define what it is that you want using your values and beliefs. So once you have taken that time, that self-reflection, to identify what your personal values, your personal beliefs are, or maybe you know them already, which is great, but once you take the time to sit down, clear your mind, figure out exactly what those handful of things are. And I suggest that you don't have very many of them. You might have a ton of them. I just listed off 6. I've done this exercise myself before and had like 14 or 15 things. But what I then did was just kind of consolidated them into buckets. So I have one that's family, and I have one that is health, and I have one that is spirituality, and I have one that is my job. There are subcomponents in each of those, but those four things are my top priorities, and the things that are, they're my personal, the things that I need to focus on. And I have related goals and kind of value statements for each of them. But at its core, those are the four big, broad, encompassing topics that fall into my personal belief system, my personal values. Now, once you have those defined, and you kind of have this value statement, if you will, for each of them, the next thing is going to be how to define what you want. What's your vision? What's your goal that kind of aligns with each of those areas? So this is something that I also suggest that you take some time to do. Sit down and say, okay, so family, it's really important to me. What is it that's important to me? Am I single? Do I want to have a family? Do I want to get married? Do I want to have kids? Is it something I want to have a good relationship with my parents? Do I want to have a good relationship with my siblings? What is it that you want to do? And then kind of define that and build a vision for it. So for me, it could be something like I want to have a good, solid relationship with my children. I want to go on a date weekly with my wife. I want to have a monthly date with my kids. I want us to go on kind of like getaway 6 times a year. So those are all things that I want to do. I'm creating that vision now in my mind. And then when I'm starting to create my goals and starting to work towards those things, I now know what I want to get to, what I want to do, and then I can build out tactics and actions for me to start making progress towards reaching those goals and obtaining that vision so I can get to that point. So that's kind of how you can go there. You gotta start high, start working your way backwards, and then once you've built that plan, then you start moving forward and you're able to attain what it is that you are envisioning, or make sure that you're true to yourself and your personal values and beliefs. I have a course actually on my website, but if you go to brandongustafson.com and go down to the bottom there's a course, The Evolution Blueprint. Kind of walks you through this whole process, a bunch of worksheets and resources that are going to help you out through your kind of personal development journey, but getting clarity on exactly what it is you want to do and where you want to go. So to recap, today we've been talking about getting clarity, deciding what your personal values and beliefs are. We've talked about what are personal values and beliefs. We've talked about why you should get clear and why you should be clear on what those are, and then how to define what you want using your now defined personal values and beliefs. Hope this information was helpful to you. Excited to have you here on the channel. If you are new, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified every time we do one of these live coaching sessions so we can have some back and forth. And if you have comments on things that you've been able to do to get clarity on what your personal values and beliefs are, I'd love to hear it. It would help out the community. It's going to help people out on their journey. Get over to the website again. It's brandongustafson.com/5P. You can get access to the 5 Ps to effective personal development. We'll help you on your personal development journey. You can also purchase the Evolution Blueprint there with worksheets and resources and things like that. Because here at brandongustafson.com, we're here to help you transform your life your way. Excited to help you on your personal development journey. Thanks for watching and have a great day.